Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this World of Warcraft add-on spotlight. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an add-on called MogIt, which is used for all your transmorfiguration needs. As always, a download link for this add-on can be found in the video description below. So this add-on doesn't really have any form of configuration, because basically what it is an in-game, it's all in-game, it's an in-game user interface that will allow you to preview every transmorfigurable, I think that's the correct word, item that's in the game. And this is just to help you put together sets that you may want. So, but you do need to know where you have to get the items from. That is the one thing that this add-on will not show. So first of all, we're going to take a quick look at all of the modules here. Now this add-on does use quite a bit of memory, so none of these modules that are highlighted green here will load. So when you first load the add-on, you'll have to click on each of them in order to load them. Or, for example, if you're, say, a mage like I am, you can just click on cloth to load that one, because you won't need to load anything else. Unless you're planning on doing, you know, your staffs and whatever, but you can always load up the other modules just for that. Now the next part is this wish list here, and I've already created a set. And the wish list is basically a tracker of all of the items that you want to get for your transmogging, basically. And once you have the item, it will then show up as a little green tick in the preview interface here, what we can see on the screen at the minute. Now if we just click on preview here, we can load up one of the pre-saved profile sets that I've already created, and this was just a test just for the purpose of this video. So if you load up the test, it'll then show you a set. It looks awful, don't judge me based on this, it's an example. This is a preview of what the saved set would look like, and this is just to help you customize your character, and you can see what changes you are making as you search through all of the items in the game, basically. So if you want to add something else to a set, if we just close this down for now, click clear and close that off. If we want to change the headpiece, for example, all you do from here is select from this drop down at the top where the module is, go to cloth and then select the head option, and this would bring you up every item in the game that will go onto your head. So for example, if I wanted my head to have the replica warlord silk cowl, all I'd have to do is right click that, go to add to set or add to wish list, and then select the set or just the wish list. And then if I want to then preview that with my set, it will automatically overwrite anything that's already saved. I just open up the preview menu, go to load, and then load the test one. And then as you can see, it's changed the look of the character in the preview screen in order to match the headpiece that I have just saved into that set. Now you can also import items into this window. You can do this from using a Wowhead URL for the item, or you can also use the item number for the item if you know that, but it's pretty much the same as using a Wowhead URL. You're also able to add an item if you do know the item number, as I've just previously said, by clicking on the add item button here in the preview window and then just putting the ID in there or the URL. Now I told a bit of a lie when I said there was no options. If you go into the options here, it's the most minimalistic configuration ever. There's one tab for general, and you've got your standard hide the minimap buttons, or you can undress your character before previewing new sets. So that's just for if you want to take everything you've been playing through it, you've got some items on, and then you've saved them all to a set, and you then want to preview that set. You just want to take all of the other items off beforehand. Now this URL website bit here is kind of needed, because all of these websites have their own databases of items. Now all of them should be exactly the same, however you will need to make sure you're getting the item numbers or the URLs off these websites before you paste them into the preview window, and make sure that the website corresponds to the website that you have selected here. For example, the Battle.net, that's the general WoW website, so it's probably best to go with that one, since they will have all of the correct item numbers and all of the databases will be linked to the game files, so there'll be nothing wrong. There's also other websites such as Wowpedia, Wowhead, Thoughtbot, and MMO Champion that you can choose from. And that is pretty much it for the configuration. Like I say, there's not much to it. And this add-on is really useful, especially if you don't want to spend time going through a website. You can actually see the item here itself before you're going to go and say farm that item. And it's a really useful tool. I like all of these in-game user interfaces that are being brought out. It's just one of those quote-unquote quality of life things that just make it a lot easier for you to do certain things, such as look for items that you want to transmog, or in previous add-on spotlights, make you reforge all of your items, or something that aids you in that. But that's going to do it for this add-on spotlight. I hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, thank you for watching.